wow. So ginormous transformational energy here. There is a power, there's an energy of power here for sure. Let me just sip my tea. And we have justice in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So what we're talking about today is, wow, is like, oh my God. There's a tower reversed and a page of cups. You're channeling in divine fucking boundaries, divine, you know what it is? It's divine timing and guidance around something that needs to be transformed and ended. It's like, that's still not getting to that's still not really expressing the energy that I'm feeling, like those words that I just said. You are channeling something. You are channeling divine destruction even, which is really, really crazy. So I don't mean that you're channeling like a mad person and you're going to throw your life's going to blow up around you. It's more like you are literally channeling the energy that is needed to transform from a fundamental place within you, to like actually end something, to actually end a cycle. That's what's happening. That's what this is. But you're calling it in. Two of Wands. So this has to do with your like vision and your dreams, and it might even be like you showing up online or something like that, because the Two of Wands often has to do with that. So with the Death card, wow, and the Hierophant, are you fucking kidding me? Okay. So the energy and Tower, stop. Okay, if you're tuning into this reading, you are going through a ginormous transformation, like right now. It's happening right now. The energy is coming through your body, like with the Magician card here. You're literally channeling God. That's what I'm really feeling, because with the Death card here today, I'm really getting that this is an energy of like God, like Kali, like Shakti coming through, and yes, being kind of terrifying in her mightiness, but and she rules over life and death. And so like all the people on the earth, no matter how high and mighty they are, no matter how much wealth they have, or how young or how old they are, they all kind of like quiver in her presence, and they all bow to the presence of death, right? Because death comes for us all. I mean, that's kind of what the card is depicting. But in terms of how this relates to you specifically, this is the energy of transformation that's coming into your life. Like you have called in transformation, and girl, it's coming. And you are going to be in absolute awe of this. You're going to be like on your knees in awe, not in supplication, but in absolute awe of what is coming in to transform your whole reality. And what I'm getting is this is something that you have been looking to create for a long time, or looking to build. It was like a vision that you've been holding, wondering how you were going to make it come into being. And the thing is that you have done it. You have called it in with your own energy, with your own body, your own channel, like your own creative channel. So the Hierophant here is, let's pull a card on the Hierophant, because that card, frankly, always confuses me. Oh my God, I just like really need this tea right now, I guess. I really need to be sipping that tea. Oh God. The Hierophant. What is the Hierophant saying about death in particular as it sits beneath death? Ace of Swords. That is usually my card for like the divine saying, this is what I mean. Like, don't get it twisted. Like it's simple. This is the truth. This is the truth. This is clarity of mind. You've decided something. You have decided. And that is what changed the energy. That is what called in this paradigm shift of this, like, almost grounding of the goddess, grounding of the divine in your own life, that you are going to see manifest in front of you, where things that do not relate anymore. First of all, okay, let me put it this way. Your old reality is dead. Okay? And so it's like God or the goddess, the divine, is coming to collect. It's like it comes to collect what is already done, or whose time has passed. And this means relationships, or this means circumstances, or it means, like, in some way your reality is shifting so drastically because one era that you've been in, or something about the era that you've been in, is dead now. And you're going to be like amazed by this, because the stuff that is dead is stuff that you already know needs to change, or needs to go, or can't exist anymore. So this is going to feel like almost like a deliverance, or like a salvation. And again, for some reason, look, I was not raised Christian, so to speak. Like, I wasn't raised in a religious household at all. So I didn't grow up with this kind of like Christian religious language, but for some reason it comes through sometimes in these readings. And it might be because I have an interest in comparative religion, and like I can see how these tarot cards reference that sometimes. But I don't know, it could also be that people listening to my readings understand that diction, understand those words, and hopefully it resonates with you, because I don't want to scare people off that have like religious trauma and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, you really are. So what I was saying was, the reason this has happened is because you've made a decision about who you are and about what your life is about. And because you actually made a fundamental choice and decision deep inside yourself, and then with that belief, you started acting as if you are that thing. That is what has like it's created this clearing out energy of what is dead. And this is the thing, what is dead will be revealed. Okay? Like, what is over will be revealed. It will be obvious what is over. It's like you don't have to be figuring it out in your head anymore. You just get to keep doing what you're doing, keep channeling what you're doing, keep channeling what you're channeling, and then watch as your world shifts around you. I'm really getting with the magician. It's like somebody in actual ceremony, like in the practice of doing a spell, even, where it's like, whoosh, like the world is kind of like, is rearranging itself around them. So with the Hierophant, this is about empowering yourself. It's about empowering your own dharma, and just saying, you know what? Fuck authority. Fuck these outside figures. Like, I am my own spiritual leader. Like, I know what I'm doing, and I am going to lead the way for myself. You may have also positioned yourself as a leader or as a teacher. And so in that sense, you are guiding others. And so what your vision might actually have to do with is guiding others. Oh my God, what the fuck? 10 of Cups? Are you flipping kidding me right now? Holy smokes. So do you remember all those like freaky cards, like Death, Hierophant, the Tower, and then where does this all lead once we've understood what this is about? The 10 of Cups. This is so fucking cool. So like, you are literally, what you're doing is you're actually embodying the creation of your dream reality, of the desired reality that you want, which is, complete fulfillment. Like, it's the relationships and the lifestyle that you've been really dreaming about, that your heart really, really yearns for. So we have Strength reversed coming out here as well. Oh, King of Pentacles, and I just also pulled this 7 of Cups. So the journey has been about claiming your power, claiming your worth, claiming claiming abundance for yourself, but knowing that you have to actually you have to be the one to create it to some degree. Like, you can't wait passively. And part of this was releasing this pattern of behavior. Let's say releasing this habit of looking at the desires that you have, looking at the things that you want as if there were this like big kind of like almost like slot machine that you would just hope and pray that you get the thing that you want. And the difference is that you had to learn how to integrate this into your body by actually like finding ways, like actual strategies and techniques for like how to bring in, how to embody the person that you know you need to be so that those desires can become reality. So it was about shifting. It was about kind of rearranging or recalibrating your nervous system with different associations, different beliefs. You had to really like deal with a lot of internal fear and a lot of fear and self-protective modes of being that were really actually just holding you back from your full potential and your full power. But now it's like the energy that you've understood you need to be in is this King of Pentacles, which is like a full self-valuing mode. That's not just, okay, I value myself, but like, when is the world going to recognize that or going to respond? This is, I value myself, and so I give myself the right to go forth and claim the things that are mine. And it's funny because it's like not in a dominating way, like not in a like colonial kind of way, or empirical, I don't know, whatever. It's not like a dominating energy. It's about self-valuing. It's about self-reclamation, and it's about confidence, and it's about grounded, embodied worth, self-worth. And that's something that a lot of us do not have, or are on the way to figuring it out, you know? And this group is currently embodying that energy. And that's why it's going to create huge shifts that will be visible in your life, will be palpable, where that which has like reached its endpoint just will go away. And that, I want to say, that includes ways of being that no longer serve you, or like not having enough financial security, not having enough abundance, not having, being in relationships or jobs or situations in your life that are exploitative or unequal, or somebody's taking advantage of your gifts. It's like those kinds of situations are done. And so what is going to die is like all of those are going to be like cut down in your life. And that's the energy of Kali, the energy of like the dark goddess coming through and just like cleansing your life. And it could look kind of gruesome at certain points. Like, some people might be like a little upset about this because they won't have seen it coming. But the thing is, you have seen it coming because you have put this into play. You have put this intention very powerfully out into the world. And so it was just a matter of things aligning, you holding your vision, you stepping up into power, and then everything kind of consolidates and aligns, and then change can happen. Knight of Swords. Yeah, okay, so buckle your seatbelts, baby, because this is happening quickly. It's coming in fast. It may also happen, it might involve a lot of communication. It might involve a lot of words or decisions being made. It's not necessarily all going to be just external circumstances that you are not involved in. It might be like you have conversations with people that then result in these things ending, coming to a full close or coming to their natural end. Oh my God, protection, boundaries, clear communication. So like I said, it's going to have a lot to do with that, a lot to do with you just like being really, really clear and honest. You don't have patience anymore. I'm getting you like, and that's not a bad thing. This is like a good thing in this scenario. It's like you just simply do not have the time, energy, or patience to fuck around with people's bullshit anymore. You already know what it is you need. You've already set those very, very clear self-worth boundaries. And now you're just going to be like, nope, nope, yes, yes, no. Like, you know what I mean? And also moving, like using your mental energy to move towards the things that you actually want rather than getting stuck in like mires with other people or in situations that aren't working. It's like, come on, let's go. Let's move on. Come on, let's go. You know, very quick. Okay. And then we have the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, and time eases. So I will say, if there are relationships that need to end, come to a close, or things that have been very meaningful to you, like up until this point, there's probably going to be a need for healing and a need to be really, really like gentle with yourself while you sit with the void and the emptiness that comes with letting things go. So even if it's a job, even if it's like a relationship, or it's a place that you live in that you're realizing, you know what, I have to move. Like, but even though you know that it's the right thing to do, you might still feel a grief involved in letting that go. And that's completely natural. And so this card is just reminding us that yes, there's all this powerful energy and there's this like quick movement towards things leaving your life that no longer need to be in it. But there's also a need for this like very gentle approach to your own healing, your own, give yourself space, basically give yourself space to feel everything you need to feel. And I've said this before on my TikTok recently, but putting in place the somatic tools and the somatic like safety strategies that you are going to need for change before it happens. So looking into the future and saying, okay, there's a likelihood that I'm going to be letting go of some stuff this year. What tools and what tools and what supportive practices am I going to put in my world? Am I going to plan for? Maybe like think about how they actually work, how I can actually access them, putting them into place before the change actually happens, right? So that you know, even when you're in those moments where you're like, okay, wow, I think I'm in the moment where I need to make the communication that ends this, or I need to like say the words that ends this. If you know you have the safety strategy that's like already in place, making that decision and making that call that's right for you and more aligned is going to be so much easier because you'll already feel safe. You'll already be in this sense of like trust with yourself, knowing that like, yes, I know I'm going to probably hurt after I say this, but I know what I have like ahead of me later today or for the next week or month that's going to help me feel better when I'm feeling really bad. But I know that I'm going to still do this. You know what I mean? So that's the end of our reading. That's the message that we're being left with. And go forth and be amazing. Be your amazing self.